Do you have mic audio to either? Have track 1 and 2. Yes. But you don't have, albeit very, very light music, you don't have that to Twitch, huh? I'll turn it up a touch. Make it easier. Of course, now you could be hearing it through the mic. Only via the mic. So Twitch is not catching track 2. Wonder why. They are different on purpose because I don't want, because some of my alerts are going to get strikes on YouTube, just in case there was alerts. I mean, if it's going to be a pain, then we'll just have the alerts be over mic, basically, which is fine. Tracks 1 and 2. I don't think I saw that alert at all. There was an alert? Oh, you did do an alert. 100 bits. Huh. Interesting. Interesting. It seems like it. Well, that's weird because like we can see the on-screen stuff. So Stream Elements is working. You don't see the on-screen at all? You don't see the 221, you don't see the chat? How is it possible you're seeing something different than what I'm seeing? Oh, I see. 221 does, okay. But the biddies, yeah, I'm not seeing those either. I don't know if that's an OBS thing or if that's a Stream Elements thing. Like, is Stream Elements just not working right now? Like, are the alerts just not working currently? I guess I could open Stream Elements. All right, let's see. I think I got the AC to work. Oh, I can't get the Stream Elements website to come up at the moment, so that's not a good sign. it goes. There it goes. I just want to do a test biddy or something to see if it shows at all. Maybe I need a new link. I should be monitoring YouTube chat as well, but I don't see any YouTube chat messages coming through, which makes me not so sure that that's working either. Are you on top or live? It does not have those options. It's supposed to be multi-chat. It's supposed to be a blend. I think Stream Elements might currently be down or something. I am constantly getting hung up on pages. All right, let's see. Emulate. A $10 tip. Well, that showed up. But you could only hear that. Here, let's mute it on here and try it again. Sound went to both. Probably just through my mic though, right? Probably just through my mic. I'll do it again. So did you hear the first one, or the second one, but not the first one? Only the second, yeah. All right, well then let's do this. I'm probably gonna restart the streams. So there's not a bunch of fluff. Do you hear the music? You hear music on Twitch. You probably hear music on YouTube as well. It seems like the splitting audio channels thing does not work. Which is whatever. I can't tell if it's mic or not. You shouldn't be able to hear it through the mic. Here, I'll mute the mic. It's weird that I am not seeing YouTube chat. It feels like maybe Feels like maybe I'm not actually logged into YouTube on here or something. There's not really a way to do that. I wonder if it doesn't show YouTube, because it only lists TikTok and Twitch. So I'm thinking maybe YouTube chat doesn't show up in this. So I might have to just bring that up separate. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Can do that. Now my question is, if I restart the streams, oh thank you, will, will it start a new VOD on YouTube? That's what I'm hoping. I'm hoping it will do that. If I gotta like cut out the alerts later in life, then I'll do that later in life. Whatever. Whatever. You have to start a new go live on YouTube. I see. Well, I guess this is going to be part of it then. All right. Welcome to startup attempt number 1. So, the first things I need to do. Number 1, we don't currently have the map sensor hooked up to the ECU. We need to do that. Number 2, ZK is convinced we are 180 degrees out on the timing, so we'll have to address that. That should be pretty easy to address. Yeah, YouTube, it's on YouTube mostly for the sake of just having a VOD of it in the future. That's a nice secure location for you. For now. If we're talking about it being wrong top dead center, I think it'd be 360 out. Well, if it's 360 out, then it's on.
Marcus_'s Raleigh's caused a bit of a wreck, taking out 5 cars.
Hey, Marcus, thanks for the gift subs. Appreciate it. $180, $360, same banana. Same banana, you say? Oh, why will this not? Whatever. Okay, so let's put this on number 1. The cone is not actually attached, so I'll take the cone off for now. And do I have my starter? Yes, I do. I will need to hook up the ECU. So, I did not plug in the injectors. Let me refresh this. How many times am I going to run these wipers? Open our project in Tuner Studio. We are connected. All right. Everybody's clear of everything it should be clear of. Let's see where we're at. All right. We're still at what I think Double check timing, unlock timing, change cranking RPM settings, start. Thinking, how certain are you that we're 180 out? Because it's not too big a deal to change it. Trigger setup. So we're currently at 50 degrees. Oh, you sounded so certain. So we're gonna do the same thing we did before and put, conveniently, the signal on number 1 intake and then pull number 1 exhaust spark plug out. It's just so convenient having 2 sets of plugs, isn't it? Isn't it? Isn't it great? Isn't it the best thing ever? And I'm gonna try... I'm gonna try to, like, put something...
I don't know what it should be.
We're going to put something in the way of that hole so that we can see it, in theory, on the compression stroke. Like blow this napkin up or something. Hopefully not blow it up, but you know what I mean. It should have enough compression to make it like flutter. All right. I don't know what you can see.
It's underscore ZK says in theory it should glow when light flashes.
It should blow when light flashes. That is the theory.
Underscore ZK says as long as the fan doesn't make it annoying.
It looked like it was blowing when the light flashed to me. I don't know if you can see the light flash or not. Well, I guess 2 things. Could you see the napkin blow? Could you see the light? If you can't see the light, I'll call it out.
Stellar MC says light yes.
Light yes, napkin no. That's unfortunate.
Says if you think it's good, then it's good.
I don't... It's hard to say. Here, I'm going to put it down there, and maybe it'll be more obvious. Flash, 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 flash. Yeah, that is 100% definitely flashing on pulsing.
C says nice. It's underscore ZK says yeah, it looks good to me.
Hooray. Slightly concerned how that battery sounded, but I'm just going to ignore that for now.
Magaso1 says it's gone from suck to glow.
From suck to blow. Yeah, apparently we had it on suck.
Pinnacle Chip says, if you see the napkin glow, if you see the light go, sounds like the bulb would have glowed. Stellar MC
It is.
says if you start up, start it, it's fine.
Exactly. In theory, if I'm cranking it, the alternator's spinning and it's charging the battery. It's free energy. All right. Now, I don't have clamps on any of the charge pipe, and I'm doing that as a little bit of a safety measure.
Guy says it's for real estate.
The charge pipe, there's no chance this thing makes suddenly a ton of boost sitting here doing nothing, but if it were to happen, it would just blow that pipe off, which is ideal. ZK really wanted the pipe not on there, but I am okay with this. I do not have the throttle cable hooked up, so we can manually manipulate. I'll leave this over on exhaust one. It's a little easier. So map sensor. It currently goes off into the car.
50 horsepower pipe.
I don't think I tied it at all though. So yeah, I'm just gonna pull that out to here. I can rerun that. I gotta do it for the new grommet anyway. Move y'all over here. There we go. We got map. Let's take all the screwdrivers and miscellany out of here. All right, so let's look at ECU stuff. Streamception. So we need to go to Spark settings.
It's underscore ZK says I got up and all I heard was ZK really wanted.
Good. We want to disable fixed. Off. Earn it. All right, we do not have the fuel pump relay installed currently. Am I ready to do that?
Someone says, what doesn't ZK want?
What doesn't ZK want? O2 is hooked up.
It's underscore
Injectors are not.
It's also the cranking RPM set an NG that we set up to like 600 or whatever.
Where was that? Is that startup cranking settings maybe? Cranking RPM max is 550. I think we could probably lower that to like 400. Honestly, like 300, but 400 feels safe. Let's check. Yep, flood clear works. I don't know if that hit 100 actually.
It's underscore ZK says it was going
Did
like
not.
250 to 300 I think. So yeah, 400 sounds good. It's underscore ZK
Tools.
says oh yeah, should calibrate that.
Closed, get current. How do I do this? Oh, I need my pointer finger is what I need. Where is it?
And Adrian says go go gadget arm.
Yeah, honestly, that's exactly what I need. It's around here somewhere.
Dolphin Adrian says the auto one now ZK.
Use the auto liquor. Yeah, I'll use the auto liquor.
Furious says MLEM.
All right, all right. All right, how about now? Let's try it. There we go. That looks better. All right, let me check. Make sure I'm not missing anybody over here. Good, good, good. All right.
It's underscore ZK says you're on top chat.
Am I? Oh, I sure am. Thank you. There you go. It's the same. Good. All right. I would say I'm going to key off and I'm going to finish plugging everybody in. That sounds good to you. Make sure we have our injectors lined up right. 1,
Felicity 34 says
2.
notification muted. They don't know cheese.
Sub notification muted? Oh no, is it broken again? Oh, it's probably not on this scene. No, they're just broken again. Well, Melissa, thank you for 79 months, and Nupa, thank you for that gift sub to Marcus. Don't know. I don't know. I don't know why they're not working. It's probably the restream thing. Here, number 4.
Magaso 1 says F.
Where's number 3? There you are. When I wrap this harness, I definitely need to move the injectors back a little. All right. Injectors are plugged in. Idle is plugged in. Both coils are plugged in. Resistor box is plugged in but floating. Everything but the fuel pump relay.
Marmo Aram says it shouldn't affect the scene though.
It shouldn't. You wouldn't think. And it's weird that like the on-screen chat shows up, and that uses the same thing. It's like it only worked when I had it. When I had it open in Stream Elements. So I guess I'll open it again, and we'll see. Yeah, I think this is Stream Elements.
Marmo Aram says Cheer 110 test.
We'll do a tip. Just because we need to hear that a few times. You know?
Bernetta put $10 towards ZK's garage takeover.
What's better than a...
Felicia put $10 towards
better than
ZK's
alerts?
garage takeover.
I just don't know.
If we have a crash, at least
Wait,
50%
that one
of the
works?
field by the end of the race, we need to extend the race till we
Wait, so
Marcus
only the gift
underscore
subs are
Raleigh has
working.
caused a bit of a wreck, taking out 5 cars.
It seems that way. Only 5+ gift subs are working.
Underscore ZK says question. If the car starts, how do you plan on turning off?
With the key?
Underscore Sky says Tornado Cheer 100.
Is the key not the right answer?
It's underscore ZK says in case something is going wrong.
Then,
Mom says shows up on the say dashboard.
yeah.
It's underscore ZK says just planning your movements. Felicity 34 says I see I'm 2 and 6. We were given notification. Magaso 1 says
Yeah, I mean,
and an intake.
The battery's right here, and the terminals are only barely snug, so I can just take off the battery terminal if needed. You know, take off the ground, and that would shut everything down.
Says have the fuel pump fuse on speed.
Yeah.
JEM9657 says go far go.
We're imminent to trying. I highly doubt it, actually. I'm guessing we'll hear some kind of angry sputter.
69 of their bits. My name is Bill.
Bits just happened.
It's underscore ZK says fire extinguisher handy.
Fire extinguisher is handy.
Says jam hand. No Alba. Testing day, but now they just go my jet.
I'll have it even handier just for you.
Mom says strange. Argo Aram says bit test worked. Dolphin Adrian says gentlemen, attempt to start your engines.
Yeah, I don't see anything stopping me. Let's build some fuel pressure. And I'm gonna go ahead and do a log for shits and giggles.
Yankee 042 says it's already been on fire though, so it should have an immediate.
I knew that battery was getting low. Oh, the curse of a cone. All right, so didn't sound like too much of anything happened.
It's underscore ZK says start attempts.
One.
Felicity 34 says new cellular sound. Agasso 1 says of course.
Of course.
204 says that battery is my spirit animal.
You know what? I think it'd be easier. It's probably safer just to do the jump box on it.
MC says it's me. Dolphin Adrian says Coney to me. Snitch 204 says but she's not old enough to drive.
All right, let's see. Doesn't sound like too much of
You know what they say. If it
anything going on there.
blow it up again.
I don't see anybody doing too much on that. Yep. Yes, I did. God, signal. We know we have timing. I don't smell. I really don't smell fuel. We have fuel pressure. So it's not as if it was too rich or something. Kind of just sounded like.
One says Tuner Studio is reading RPM.
Yep, Tuner Studio. Here, I'll do you. I'll do you a crank with Tuner Studio up. I do, and I see spark. I can see spark on the timing light. Sure. Oh, key is off. Key is off. Count is at 2, by the way. Okay, belt pressure.
It's underscore ZK says swap camera, make TS a bit smaller. Maggie so one says the starter's slowly dying in our music. SWE1 man says it's time to buy injector light.
that too small?
It's underscore ZK says we did confirm injectors are working. It's underscore ZK says this seems good.
We had noise. It attempted to do something.
Dolphin Adrian says that was a try.
Yep.
JEM 9657 says something happened. Stellar MC says attempt 3.
It might need a key reset because it's only going to build fuel pressure on a key reset.
JEM 9657 says is there fuel in the tank?
We know that because we did injector testing. It might not have enough air, but it should with that setup on the idle control.
Dolphin Adrian says love the timing light still blinking.
Yeah.
P underscore Sky says this is all from earlier, but Auto Liquor was my nickname after I committed mail fraud. It's underscore ZK says set the idle full open.
Set the idle full
Says
open.
my pop sounded a little backfiery.
It didn't sound backfiery. It sounded like it was going the right way. I don't remember the frequencies of the idle.
E34 says that timing light looks like sparks from the corner of my eye and I have a mild panic at every attempt. SWE1 man says a little more cranking, let it try to sort itself out.
No, the frequency, the
It's
table.
underscore ZK says no the freak. It's
The freak.
underscore ZK says the table.
This guy?
JEM Knight 657 says the freak. It's underscore ZK says PWM.
The
Stellar
freak.
MC says who you callin' freak.
Who you calling freak?
Sky says freaky freaky.
So, idle duty 67.
Helio 42 says super freak.
I think we want to bump these up.
Magaso1 says freakazoid. It's underscore ZK says unless there's a cranking PWM over I, you should be able to adjust the table so duty is like 90. It's underscore ZK says type rather than moving the points with the mouse.
You can just select them all and move them all.
It's underscore ZK says sure.
Sure.
Smidge 204 says now I want to start a podcast about ham radio titled The Freak of the Week.
All right. So that's more air, in theory. Let's just see what it does. All right. I would now agree it sounds a little backfiery.
Melissa E34 says the freak. Say she.
I would say it does sound a little backfiery.
Says Kiri.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Dolphin Adrian says the engine mounts up.
Yeah.
Sky says my engine.
That's a good point. It was definitely low on fuel
Shawnee P1
pressure.
doesn't seem to be pulling much vacuum.
The map hose is hooked up, yes. Let me give her one more try with fuel.
Element says, am I really going to have to type but?
That was
240 automation, the 6th of
that was like maybe 3 revolutions of on its own power. Someone keeping count? Just give the distributor a nudge.
Shawnee Q1 says what's cranking and man set to. SWE1 man says I think it want to go 80. It's underscore ZK says I lost count sorry.
Wow. Wow. Cranking advanced angle is set to 10. Oh, is that from when we were messing with getting top dead center? Or getting it sequenced?
Chanukia1 says, yeah, try like 6.
Alright, let's try that.
Maxo1 says, makes sense. P_Sky says, KDO42 says, hit it with a hammer.
Didn't seem terribly happy here. Let's go ahead and key off. Let's key off for a bit. And let's let the battery charge for a bit. We'll let it charge and we'll think about what our next avenue is going to be. Hopefully that doesn't pop the breaker. It did, but I think that was the battery being upset. I think it tried to fire, and it just stopped dead on a compression stroke.
SWE1 man says also, does the terminals feel? If they warm, might have bad connection and it won't do great. I've had that issue before. It's _ZK says this is the part that I
This
don't
is
have
not
much
a wasted
knowledge
spark
on.
setup, correct?
Smidge 204 says this is not a wasted spark setup, right?
I'm trying to find that setting that was like how many revolutions before it tries to start, because I do feel like that would probably help it.
Chanukia1 says, so our goal here is to get the engine warmed up. Initially you might need to give it gas to keep it running.
Yeah, I was trying that.
We're quite at that point yet. Key_Sky says Kayla's Chevy Spark is wasted.
Skip. All right, I'm gonna bump that up to 2 just to hopefully give it a chance to.
ZK says give it gas or throttle. Kaylee042 says better not be. It's the only car we have now.
I'm gonna leave that.
Key_Sky says oh no.
We don't need that. Even though this voltage has been.
One says once it's warmed up, idle tuning can start, so don't sweat having a good idle yet.
No, I'm not sweating that. Just getting it. It's not gotten to the point where I would say it was running yet.
Dantup says, what have you got in the bay in the idle area? Something like 40 to 60%.
Is that under power performance? No. Sensor inputs? Sensor input 2?
Smidge 204 says, did we ever verify if the timing sensor wheel is not flipped?
Did we ever verify the timing sensor wheel is not flipped? How, pray tell, would you verify that?
Says, yeah, the wheel signal looks great.
Just gonna let that battery cook for a few. Feels like it's got good fuel pressure at least. On that subject, we do have this wired in a way that when the engine is running, the fuel pump will stay on, right? So that's being signaled by the ECU to switch the fuel pump on when it sees running state. That was a question, not a statement.
It's underscore ZK says Google says anything between 5 and 35 VTDC is common for cranking. It's underscore ZK says yes.
Yeah, we could go either way with that too. I'm sure we're going to need to go back and forth. That's why I'm going to let the battery come to life a little bit.
It'll turn on.
And then, what's the other thing I was going to look at? Oh yeah, the VE table. So it's a little high.
There's also cranking enrichment, I think.
It's a little higher than that. I do have this one cell of 47, which is interesting.
It's underscore ZK says I remember something about that being common to be like 200% when cold.
Cranking enrichment. Oh, I see.
Key underscore sky says 47 ref.
Cranking enrichment taper time.
Key underscore sky says okay, I need to go.
Coolant is at. So we are at 144 currently. It is cool being able to see the live data where it's at right now. Final enrichment value must be 100%. That makes sense.
Melissa E34 says I have a meeting. Considering my luck, it will start on the next crank.
I don't mean to say I hope so, but I hope so.
It's underscore ZK says maybe it's fine. Maybe we need more. I don't know. Chunning is an art.
Yeah, it's gonna be a game of try it, get a result, try something different, get a result, try something different, until it goes vroom vroom.
Melissa E34 says please don't forget to flip so I can pretend to have been part of the first start.
But hey, it made noise. I feel like the fact that it made noise is already pretty exciting.
The injector's wired and firing order.
The injector's fired.
Man says could let us know if we need more fuel.
Are the injectors firing?
It's underscore ZK says advantage yes.
I think, put it simply, they have to be. Oh, I unplugged it.
It's underscore ZK says we tested all that when we flowed the injectors.
That was close. Little backfiery. Little backfiery. So we might be.
Dolphin Adrian says pop pop. Stellar MC says much closer than
Yeah, it was much closer. So we might be a little. Because it sounded better once it got a little momentum, but I think cranking it might be that it wants a little bit more timing.
SWE1 man says some timing, but in one air I felt like.
So I'm going to do more
Says more crank advance.
cranking advance is my guess. And I got to remember where all these settings are. They're not burned into my brain yet. So we were at 10, let's go 12. Are you still charging? I know you get a little weird when...
It's underscore ZK says repeat and try again.
Nope, you're not. I thought you weren't. Why is it... I don't like that. I don't know why it's running the fuel pump constantly. There it goes. Hopefully it's not flooded. Let me reset everything. Somebody doesn't seem happy. I don't think I need the timing light right now. So let's simplify.
It's underscore ZK says yeah, full of
Let's make sure that you are happy.
It's underscore ZK says I can't tell if it's a camera because there's a LED on the AQ that's blinking. It's underscore ZK says unless it's a USB light or something.
Currently USB is on. When it's running, the injector sequence flashes. I think it's a...
It's underscore ZK says okay, it could just be the camera and it looks like that light is blinking.
Oh, no, it is definitely not blinking. Keep clicking. Oh no! I've had a failure. I've had a Cadito failure.
Sean says off. Dolphin Adrian says hello. Noob says tornado off. It's underscore ZK says wanted to make sure it wasn't an injector stuck on pulse or whatever.
Alright, so we get to make that again. Probably pull that.
Dolphin Adrian says bad crimp.
Bad crimp. I was not terribly happy with the crimps, to be honest.
MC says bad chip. Jason says that's the one you didn't say it for.
Yeah, yep. That'll do it. This one? Nope. Should be the farthest one over. It doesn't help that there's so much soap on these connectors. All right, we got coil side. course, that's the first one I would find.
SWE1 man says it's home of first time rain tap.
I would say there's a pretty good chance that what we'll end up doing is letting it charge for the rest of the day and coming back out here at night and trying again. I would say our chances are fairly high of that. Just to give you warning of what might happen here. Because I think if we're beating our head against the wall with the battery not being at full charge, it's just going to make it more of a frustrating process. Yeah, it will. I did already have somebody comment saying that I should have used dielectric grease, which is what I thought too. That was my first thought as well. But I guess that's only true if you're using rubber spark plug wire, not silicone. Let's wipe this down real good. So we can get rid of all this for now. Doesn't look like anything happens in YouTube chat, but that's all right. It's literally just there for a VOD. Oh, I gotta recut that. Luckily, that one was a little on the longer side. So that's no problem. And hey, maybe when we come back later, alerts and stuff will actually work. Because if it doesn't rain, if it doesn't rain ZK bonks when it runs, I'm going to be pretty disappointed. I'm not going to lie.
Ruslar says did it do the thing?
It did not do the thing. It did some things. It has done some things. But it hasn't quite done the full thing yet. Currently remaking a spark plug wire.
Pirelli Condom says are we mega squirted up?
Oh, it's squirting all right.
Pirelli Condom says GOBBLESS Haas.
What does that mean? Do I want to know? Probably not.
SWE1 man says yes, I'll have to buy more bits Tornado Dollop SWE1 MA intensifies.
There we go. Now to actually pull that plug. You don't know the fail of the dragon memes about the Harley rides? I do not. These are all brand new words to me. What's a Harley? Got that. That part of it I understood. I'll be honest. Woo! Woo! Woohoo! On a hunch, I think we might need to pull fuel back a little.
SWE1 man says you're from Florida. We all know you know what a Harley is.
Smells like fuel. Looks like fuel. It's probably fuel.
Condom says that blood makes people SWE1 man said he was a
Bit rich.
bit
Does it taste like fuel? And carbon. Nah, it's not. It wasn't like it was drenched. I mean, I guess I could turn it over with the plug out, turn off the injectors. There's not a way to turn off the injectors, is there? You have to unplug them.
TJ Todd says at Hummus Fraud, I was just thinking that. Unlike of the party says Tornado Club.
Yeah, knife.
Condom says you should be able to turn off the injector driver in the if you know.
As far as I know, but I don't know that for sure. I feel better having them unplugged anyway. All right. I don't have the computer on at all, so that was completely unnecessary. But safety is safety. There is safety in safety. Everybody clear? Nah, nothing came out. We Gucci. All good there. It's just rich. It's not flooded. I would say I've seen worse looking plugs. Which does make sense. When we looked at that VE table, it looked a little high to me. It looked a little high, especially at low RPM. And if it's enriching on top of that, could be our problem right there. Don't know what that was, but it's gone forever. Emphasis on was. Probably should go through and tighten all the hose clamps and everything too. Not that map cars care too much about vacuum leaks, but it would be nice to have it as clean as possible. Did break off a chunk of your spark plug holders. haven't dawdled in a bit, but I go through my phases of dawdling. This has been consuming every moment of my free time for the last while. Oh, you know, it probably fell to the ground and I was like, it's gone forever.
Me as well.
There it is. How about that? Okay.
Pirelli Condom says I am 180 pounds down, trying to be sub 2,800. SWE1 man says Project Cars Mine.
For a moment there, I thought you were talking about yourself, and I was like, bro, that would be, you would leave nothing left. There would be no you left if that were true. You would cease to exist.
Pirelli Condom says that's true. SWE1 man says especially when they are rusty towards tomato dollar. Pirelli Condom says hey, remember when I like wouldn't wake up?
Yeah,
Condom says before the Auto X.
I do remember that. I do have the faint memories of that. I'm not going to change the whole table.
Condom says I figured out why.
Is it because you sleep apnea?
Pirelli Condom says I have severe sleep apnea.
Call me a doctor. All right, pulled 10 values of fuel out of it.
Badass.
Shall we give her another go? Do we like having Tuner Studio up? Probably. It interestingly.
Says Frank that's so
Oh yeah, that would be why. Remember when that guy went through and unplugged all the injectors?
Pirelli Condom says sounded like you wanted to go.
Yeah, that was just residual. Well, we got a really good flood clear. We got a really good flood clear there.
Says have to repeat each time too. Pirelli Condom says freaking idiot.
Freaking idiot. Idiot. It's good, you know? I like having a good flood clear. It's all part of the plan. There you go.
One man says, well, I think it was a good lead now.
All right. So I could just go through here. I don't think there's any way for me to do that, though. All right. Ready for throttle. It seemed to not appreciate that. I dare say.
Pirelli Condom says it's at the lone wolf 8000.
It is. It is indeed. Oh, you were so close. I would almost call that running. That was darn close to running.
SWE1
Oh, yeah.
One says, what is smart advanced set to the table?
What is Spark Advance set to in the table?
Paleo42 says Sophie Bongos.
15. Probably gonna give it 2 more attempts, and then we're gonna call it for this attempt of the attempts until the battery's in good shape.
Says, silly question. Is the firing order correct?
I mean, I could run through and double check. We know one is, and this is one on this side. And you go to number 1. All right, and you are 4. And you are 4. And you are 4. And you are 4. You are 3. And you are 3. You are 3. And you are 3. You are 2. I mean, I pretty much have already narrowed it down. But,
It's underscore Z.
and you are 2.
I don't think we specifically tested these cuts for smart, but they should be fine.
And you are 2.
It's underscore ZK says if they're wrong,
Yep.
then the labels on the coils would be wrong.
Okay. So they're all hooked up correctly. I'm going to go through and do the thing that I said I was going to do but didn't do. And that is tighten all of these hose clamps.
Really condom says it popped off. Even if it was down a hole, it would still kind of run. Dan says they need to be wired and firing orders.
It's not going to make any difference, but for the sake of it,
It's underscore ZK says advantage https://cdn.discord/app.com/attachments/1164191436258938970/136.
God, that makes it sound so insulting. Told you. Told you. I'll plug that little tiny guy too somehow. Or didn't that have somebody on it? I guess not. He's so small. He's so small. To the boost sensor. You right. We did talk about that. Those words were exchanged. There you go.
Phantom says it is underscore DK, which speaking of words is. It's underscore DK says it's Phantom Ocelot. It's underscore DK says so we'll foresee.
All right, I got done what I wanted to get done. Any changes the peanut gallery wants to make?
Chonny1 says lock timing and set to same as what cranking is.
Lock timing
So
and
one
set
says
same
not
to
holy
what
water.
cranking is. Just to remove a variable, you mean? I'm in for it. I like it. Once again, that was it was running. It doesn't seem to love it. It does not seem to love it when I give it more throttle. I give it more air, I should say. Because when I opened that throttle, I definitely heard combustion coming back through intake. Let me give it one more go here. It has run. Running has happened. I wouldn't say it sounds thrilled, but it most certainly ran. I was here. We're supposed to get every ZK bonk available. But Stream Elements won't allow it. I think you need a little more fuel. Definitely, definitely wants to backfire. I could see backfire coming out of the charge pipe. Can adjust fuel in the table or warm up. Yeah, I can't decide. I can't quite decide if it wants more or less. Yeah.
Powers 2440 says I got a phone call. Eno 60 says thumbs up folded hands. Haley 042 says I'm on mobile so chat spoiled became TV too busy. Powers 2440 says sob. SWE1 man says Conado tier 100 and went from. It's underscore ZK says tier 100. Chanukya1 says can adjust fuel in the table or the warm-up enrichment. McMisto underscore
Just gonna make a
says
small
Tier
change.
100. Stream Elements says I have taken to the blue skies. https://b.
Give it a key. Make sure it's got fuel pressure. It ran enough that I feel like I need to open the door. Hey. That looks lean AF. I don't know that the AFR is real though. I mean, that's idling. I would say that's not reading. It should be moving around. I think we might have to double check our O2. Does not like throttle. Phew. Hey, it doesn't turn off. Doesn't turn off with ground or key. Ah, jeez. You turned my car into a diesel, ZK.
Crashed at least 50% of the field by the end of the race. We need to extend the race till we
Nupa caused a bit of a wreck, taking out 5 cars.
I would have been happier to let it keep running if we were getting AFR. First boink of the day! Alright, I can open the full door now. Stanky. By my nose, I would suggest it smelled lean to me. Oh, right. Yeah, that was set to 12. That's a good idea. That's a good idea.
Chanukya1 says not liking throttle suggests lean.
So we'll set this corner to 12. I'm going to go get more air. It's stinky in here.
Condom says yeah, lean pop. No Abba says only 5 plus alerts work. Cone said it's Sui 1 man.
I don't understand what's going on with the alerts currently. Of course, on this momentous occasion, the alerts would not be working. Typical. But I appreciate them either way.
One man says I did. I was just surprised that the gifted sub alert did work. Pride hog. No Abba says at Coke Plotter Conado Glove Conado Goggles. Bagaso one says at least the alerts are broken and not the engine.
That's fair. We
It's
updated.
underscore ZK says that means the alternator is energizing the pin we used for the IGN source. I knew I shouldn't have listened to chat on which one to use.
Chat. How dare you? How dare you? Hey!
Stellar MC says overboard. Pass the buck.
McFisto put $10 towards ZK's Garage Takeover. First boink of the day. Hashtag boink the cone.
Armo, if you, in the activity feed, click replay activity, they work. Yep.
Trivia turned cone into a mouse.
Stream Elements says want to support without mostly funding billionaires in space. Consider Patreon. https://
I tried that with Mel's, though.
www.patreon.com/conedodger240.
Maybe
Armo Aram says
maybe
I
only
tried
I
that
can
with
do it?
Mel's, though. Armo Aram says maybe it does now.
Here, let's try this one too. Good job.
NetBlitzer let Hanukkah 1 in. Good job. NetBlitzer
All right,
gifted a
so where are we
tier 1
at?
sub to Hanukkah 1.
It ran.
543
I did
gift
not
subs in
get
the
any
channel.
video of it, which is sad. So we need to figure out the pin to shut it off still. So that's this wire down here. So that's probably going to take some more research into the whole manual or the car's wiring diagram. O2 sensor is an interesting one. Why aren't we getting O2 signal? Hey, there we go.
Good grief, Magnetos just took out 25 cars.
Momentous occasion, Magneto. Thank you for those 25 gift subs. That played, by the way, without being forced to. Powers' hat is looking a little sad. This thing hurts, Powers. Ah, I see. It doesn't, no. It just means I have to pull the... Just means I have to pull the ignition, or pull the positive to shut it off currently. But I'm very proud of us for getting it to start it all. Mostly proud of ZK, but I'm also proud of myself. Okay, so I have it to 12 now. Okay. We did it, Reddit. Put the timing in the timing corner a little. Beauty is pain.
SWE1 man says, wouldn't it be quite easy to undo that wire and just put a switch in between for now?
I don't think it's necessary for now. I mean, we're just fiddle farting. All right, sorry, powers, but that hat is pain. I should put Magnet's hat on, since Magnet's the one that gave gift subs. It's so small. This is a child's hat. All right, so O2 sensor relay. I remember we were debating on like which way would be the logical way to do it. I like that idea. That's a good idea. He picked out the hats. Do I still have my cool jumper wire? I might not. I might not be cool anymore. I don't remember which relay is the O2, because we disagreed on it. Oh, good. See it down here anywhere. Ah, you know why it's not running perfect. No evap. If I had to guess, it's the bottom right one. Bottom middle. And by bottom middle, well, there's two. There's two on the bottom. So I imagined, so what I said was bottom middle. So we actually agreed. So that's not good. That's not a good sign. We could be in danger. Wish I would have kept track of what I did with my little jumper wire.
It's underscore ZK says now we disagreed on how they should be referred to for fine. It's underscore ZK says choo choo plot twist. Marmo Aram says choo choo down bad. Dolphin Adrian
Down
says
bad.
choo choo kitty love. Alice
Thank
Lee
you,
says
everybody.
choo choo for mine. And Blitzer says
Appreciated.
choo choo kitty love. Kramer says choo choo plot twist. McMissile underscore says choo choo kitty love.
Just looking around, trying to find what I did with that. Sure, I could come up with something. I also only had female blades left. All right, let me just double check that. I should have the battery on. I should have the battery on charge while we're messing around. Bet you these would work. Let's see if these would work.
McMissile underscore says which is the two.
actually too wide. Could I send power with the power probe? Would that be the same effect? I don't see why not.
It's underscore GK says us.
No? Okay. If you have any doubts, then we won't.
It's underscore GK says,
Does
does it get the dingus in there?
it get the dingus in there?
It's underscore GK says more of a practice matter than a problem. One man says, wait, my miss didn't count in the train. Damn, I missed it then. Less than.
Less than.
It's underscore ZK says if it fits then it should be fine. It's underscore ZK says but then you have to hold it or whatever.
Yeah.
It's
Just making a new jumper.
says but we can test other stuff with it. It's underscore ZK says hell you can test it without the car running.
Put a moment. Just needed one, too. Just needed one more male blade. Found one. Score. Just had to dig around a bit more.
It's underscore ZK says the right pin should be on when the key is on. Bottom pin not always. Left should be grounded by the igloo to turn on. And top should be power out to the O2 sensor.
Retired. I can't wait to clean up in here. Everything has gone everywhere again. We've got everything everywhere syndrome. Big time.
It's underscore ZK says bottom to top should be R-force jump. But need to verify right is getting power on the on. And left is showing ground when the output is showing enable.
Kind of sounding like we.
ZK says it's possible we programmed the output wrong.
I was saying something and it's gone. Oh, it sounds like we need the power probe. If we need to be testing all of those.
It's underscore ZK says there's the status lights in TS at the bottom, but I can't tell which is which.
Okay, I have our jumper made. Who do we want to jump? Bottom to top? Top to bottom? Do you need bigger tuner studio?
underscore DK says we'll monitor.
We'll monitor.
Unlife of the party says kitty love late hype.
Late night. All right. Well, I still do think that it was very lean, judging by smell and throttle response. Let's go ahead and I guess I'm just going to put this back in since you seem to want to monitor it.
It's underscore DK says 20 AMR is max reading.
Yeah,
It's underscore DK says which is what it was showing.
it's possible. We did take a bunch out.
It's underscore DK says so yeah, possible it was pegged.
That seems like too much. Let's do 56. And that's just the corner for now, just to let it idle and hopefully actually have AFR. Hopefully be rich enough for that. O2's plugged back in. You can
Underscore DK says just leave that table open.
you can see the O2 sensor stuff, right? It's really the only things we need. All right.
One man says it was what's DK. I didn't think this was that type of channel kappa.
Let's see how it reacts. Give it a rekey.
SWE1 man says are we still with static timing?
We are. It's definitely got fuel pressure.
Netflixer says that doesn't sound good. Netflixer says, but I don't know what I'm hearing.
You're just basically hearing it fail to start. So let's bring this back down.
Says the pump should run as soon as it sees RPM at least.
Yeah, I can't hear it. I can't hear whether that's happening or not. I mean, we know it runs.
Underscore DK says there a status light for FD.
Doesn't look like it. I guess there is one on the board, so I'll look at that. Yes. All right, AFRs, what do you say? 13.2, but then it stops. It just stops. Oh, 16.5. 14.6. And then it maxes out. It's not, something with the O2 is not working right.
Dolphin Adrian says refresh rate of 5x. Stellar MC says weird. It's underscore DK says go to the high speed logger. SWE1 man says how's it smell? It's underscore DK says can you add or remove things from the left?
That all looks nice and clean.
It's underscore DK says
I know, I just wanted to see it.
It's underscore DK says I'm looking at the graph.
Well, let's
says wants to add O2 AFR. It's underscore ZK says at the top there. Dantic says if it goes into some kind of error state it might just show max. Update rate was really weird.
Very unhappy. I feel like I need to check my boots too. Oh, I didn't like that. Oh, I didn't like that. I feel like we're flying in the dark with no AFR. Oh, yeah. How did I get it to turn off last time? How did I get it to turn off last time? Oh, that's true. I've got Errant Spark. I could hear it happening. But I could see a spark coming from the number 1 going to the coil box. Do we have the correct O2 selected? That's under tools. 14.7. And then I remember. Maybe that was it. Maybe that's the only place where that is.
It's underscore ZK says I think that's the only place yet.
I figure out why we're getting Errant Spark here. It doesn't look like anything's astray. Unless it's possibly riding all of this lube. I kept hearing it, and then I finally saw it jump to the bracket of the coil. Hate it when my spark rides the lube. It happens though. Nice and clean.
Stream Element says Errant Spark was KDO 14. That's nickname after this week's hyper focus. And Blister says it was pistol underscore technically worth like 80.
See if that's better. I might need to take some. Carb cleaner to these. Get rid of the soap. So why aren't we getting O2 signal is the question currently. And like, why does it come up in steps?
It's underscore ZK says I'm also not sure why it's not turning off if you unhook the positive.
I mean, I guess I understand because I'm not unhooking the ECU's power. It's still getting power from the alternator.
It's underscore ZK says, or wait, no, the fuse box is connected to the positive terminal, isn't.
We made a diesel.
Says we've made a diesel.
No, anything but that. What do I want to do? Start it again and see if my mysterious spark has gone away. Nope. And again, with feeling. Still sparking. Why do you do this? Oh, just die. Hey, I got it to rev up a little. I didn't want it to, but it did it. What a sad way to kill an engine. Why are you leaking spark? It's got to be all the shmoo in there. It has to be. Was there anything on Data World that looked interesting? It ran for such a long time. It feels like, I don't know if I should want to do that. It feels like it should be there by now.
It's underscore ZK says we can also test without running.
Picture's going up.
It's underscore ZK says like, jumping the relay.
Hopefully I haven't lost that wire. I'm starting to wonder if we in fact need those isolators on the coils. I know that's a different subject from what we're currently talking about, but it's just something I'm wondering about. Seen it. Pop sparks everywhere. But only on number one. Number one's the only one I've seen do it. I did. I don't want to sound like a baby, but I've been hit by those sparks before. Doesn't feel good. Not a great feeling. All right, so we want top to bottom. Yay.
It's underscore ZK says ye. SWE1 man says no, it sucks.
All right, we got top to bottom. Key is on.
It's underscore ZK says give me a sec.
This is why we wanted that O2 light.
It's underscore ZK says yep.
Can I see YouTube chat on my phone? Is that something I can do? Don't look like it. What if I go to live? Nope. That's old. What if I go to studio? Nope.
It's underscore ZK says bobble.
Oh.
Draver says going to live might not have been a good idea. SWE1 man says bad idea. It's underscore ZK says your YT stream is fine.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's probably just so
Pirelli
far behind.
Condom says Twitch stream DH. Pirelli Condom
Reconnection
says 07.
successful.
It's underscore ZK says YT is perfect.
That's really weird. I always wondered. I always wondered if my bobbles were sometimes on Twitch's side. And I guess that confirms it, huh?
SWE1 man says Twitch be doing Twitch things.
I still don't see a way to get to my live stream. What if I go to YouTube, and if I go here, and I go to live?
Bagaso1 says what WB controller are you using again? Draver says also, by the way, you have a new sponsored stream invitation.
Thank you. Thank you. YouTube still got some quirks, let me tell you.
It's underscore ZK says Spartan 3 Light B2IIRC. Magaso1 says okay. Thought so.
What if I go to YouTube
It's underscore ZK
and go to
says
my
that green
channel?
should be our signal wire.
View channel. I can bring up the live stream. Can I mute it? No. What if I go to YouTube? Hi, YouTube.
It's underscore ZK
Okay,
says
there's nobody
it
there.
seems to be on the right pin or it wouldn't be turning on and off with the power. It's underscore ZK says it's just giving weird output.
Just giving. Get out of here,
I
YouTube.
can bring up the live stream.
Hi, YouTube.
Can I mute it?
Why are you not gone?
Hi, YouTube.
It's underscore ZK
Okay, here's some.
There.
It's underscore ZK says are blue and green swapped.
Are
maybe?
blue and green swapped? So, top left black, top right red, bottom right green, middle black, bottom left blue. And the other side is the same, but instead of black, it's white. I'm watching both streams. Gotta get you that dollar. I don't think YouTube actually pays ads. Oh, maybe it does. I don't know. Ads on live stream. I don't remember how that works.
It's underscore ZK says they do.
Malistix, thanks for 81 months.
It's underscore ZK says I forget how it works. It's underscore ZK says but it's an option at least. Netflixer says it at least makes the stream have more appeal to the algorithm.
The
Phantom
algorithm.
says got a LED test light to hook up to blue for the heater styles LED. Netflixer says if you get paid for minutes watched.
Oh. It's been so long since I streamed to YouTube, I don't remember how it works.
One man says one only streamed to YT for the VOD, though I did have flames there last time I was live lol.
Oh. Got an LED test light to hook up to the blue for heater status LED. Let me go look at my jelly bean drawer and see.
Underscore ZK says it came with a LED.
Came with a LED. Oh, sure did.
It's underscore ZK says but where that came from and I have no idea.
In my hand.
SWE one man says but no that's the only reason for me to stream to both platforms. It's underscore ZK says holy shit found it. It's underscore ZK says now is the weird part.
Now is the weird part. Let's get weird. Gonna give you 25 minutes to be weird.
It's underscore ZK says well, might be
Although
able
the
to put
pole,
one
one
leg
leg
with
on
the
the
lead in the
LED,
back of the blue
blue
wire
wire.
and the other in the black. It's underscore ZK says short leg into the black.
Short leg into the black. They are. Okay, I guess they are different lengths. Okay, short leg into the black. The thicker one up top, right? Are we talking on the O2 side, or are we talking on the harness side?
Says underscore doesn't say you're screaming for some reason. It's underscore ZK says like the back roping. We have to sneak it past the seals. Ed Blitzer says in Newsland might be cause it's a cool screen. It's underscore ZK says it should be the same for either.
Okay.
Phantom says harness side.
On the harness side, I've got 2 black wires, but I'm assuming it's the thick one, not the thin one. And you said short one to the black, right?
It's underscore ZK says correct.
Well, I shoved that sucker in there as far as it'll go.
It's underscore ZK says the thick one is head ground, the thin is sensor ground.
If you were expecting something to happen, nothing happened.
It's underscore ZK says is the O2 on.
Yes.
It's underscore ZK says I don't have any feedback ATM.
I don't have any... Oh, hi. I don't know how to tell you that it's on or not. Other than the fact that it's hooked up that way. Does key need to be on? No, this is always on.
Smidge 204 says what did we plug that LED into?
The back side of the connector. I don't know that those legs are actually long enough to do anything.
It's underscore ZK says I don't know if you're making connection in the connector.
I mean, it goes in pretty far.
Smidge 204 says what's the signal voltage? It's underscore ZK says might need to use the back probe kit. SWE1 man says we need daddy long legs.
Wait, now I can't tell which one is shorter. Alright, you're the short guy.
It's underscore ZK says okay try instead of blue, green.
Green, I don't know if I can do. I'll try it. Hey, I got light there.
It's underscore ZK says either black should be fine to use for this purpose.
I had light for a second.
Smidge 204 says we get signal. It's underscore ZK says It's underscore ZK says
I take it that means they're backwards. Possibly. Alright, I had it, and I lost it. Story of my life.
It's underscore ZK says are you going to thick or thin black?
Thin. Well, I had it once. Do I have the pokey bits out here? I think I do.
SWE1 man says are you still charging the battery?
I am not. Because honestly, it feels like it's kind of...
It's
I got enough life in it now.
Says blue should be the lead and green should be the signal. SWE
gonna try to do a.
not a bad idea, still emo.
I'm gonna try to. Yeah, you're right. You ain't wrong.
It's underscore ZK says the weird thing I'm seeing is that when the O2 is ready, it should be solid LED on the blue. It's underscore ZK says and instead we're seeing a solid on the green. It's underscore ZK says back probe and scope would help to me things. It's underscore ZK says even just voltage.
I'm giving you back probe. Scope, I don't have the scope for right now.
It's underscore ZK says the green should be 0B to 5B. It's underscore ZK says the blue should be like 0 and 1.3B.
All right, there you go. I've got solid LED on black and blue. Can you see that? No, you can't.
It's underscore ZK says can't see. SWE1 man says no.
This Spidey leg thing is great till it isn't.
Smidge 204 says I see the light.
And then
SWE1 man says I see red dot. Is that lead? Phantom says reset. It should blink a few then go solid.
green has a faint light. Okay, it's currently blinking. Reset, it should blink and then go solid. I have not reset. Okay. It just blinked and then went solid. I didn't reset anything, it just happened. I'll reset again. Okay, blink. Solid. Nope. Blink. Solid. Nope. Blink. Still blinking. I almost took these probes somewhere I wouldn't want probes. There you go.
It's underscore ZK says okay, this is good. It's underscore ZK says blue is def the lead status. Phantom says 1 second flashing is normally heating. Solid is done.
Hey, I'm gonna go shake that connector a bit. Seems fine.
SWE1 man says Conado can.
So nothing to report there.
It's underscore ZK says yeah we need to see
See
the
the
signal
signal
coming
coming
out
out
of
of
it
it
to
to
learn
learn
more
more
from
from
here.
here.
It's underscore ZK says at the moment, the controller is saying it's good.
Well, I guess I'll run up to the house and grab.
It's underscore ZK says it should just be voltage from green, 0 to 5B, depending on AFR.
I don't know what that's going to tell us, though. I guess while it's running, if we see the voltage moving or not. All right, let me go in the house and run to the house and grab the oscilloscope.
SWE1 man says this is why S_ZK says yes. Home for summer says oh. Silly scope. Anthem says the AQ and WB controller are grounded to the same point. It's_ZK says it was acting funny when he was putting the LED in, like maybe it wasn't grounding or connecting properly. Pinnacle Chip says while he is away, your kitty, come back to us stray cats. It's_ZK says at Anthem they share a bus sensor ground, that doesn't mean the terminals are good. SWE1 man says narrowband I know cause that's what I have. I have no clue what the voltage is supposed to be on a wideband, sadly it. It's_ZK says ripping this harness was an adventure. SWE1 man says but it was fun to watch ZK. Says I feel like ripping anything is an adventure TBH.
I'm back. Oh, silly scope. Why for are thou so silly? Threw it on the ground.
It's_ZK says also, not sure if it's easier, if you can clamp the pin inside the AQ. It's_ZK says just make sure it's off first.
This setup I've got going right now is pretty decent. I've already got the pins in there. I just need to unplug them. Nope. Thought I could do it, but I could not. Alright, I gotta do some camera trickery here to get that in frame.
It's_ZK says yeah, that would let us test the wiring into the AQ though. underscore ZK says where are the Pro Points ATM?
They're on the back side of the chassis side harness. You can see them. You can see them. They are currently in black and blue.
It's underscore ZK says thin black.
Thick black.
It's underscore ZK says we want thin black and green.
We want thin black and green. Of course we do. Okay.
It's underscore ZK says change triggering to whenever puts it back online. It's underscore ZK says are we on? It's not showing anything.
Might not be in then. We are on.
It's underscore ZK says curious. Change to thin black.
Okay. Nothing?
It's underscore ZK says nothing.
Doesn't make sense. It was lighting up the LED. Nothing?
SWE1 man says was just gonna say that. Or don't
I'm
ground.
going to reset it.
It's underscore ZK says legs on blue.
Nothing. LED was on blue. It's true. Just want to verify that we've got connection.
SWE1 man says run just bad. It's underscore ZK says leave the lead hooked up.
That's not really feasible at the moment. This is like a nightmare.
The cute Sharky 23 says AWWP how come my thing didn't think?
My thing didn't thing. What did my thing? Oh, the things are broken currently. I think there's a way I could force it though.
The cute Sharky 23 says
Did it work? Hey,
Right here? Ship my pants.
the thing.
A cute Sharky 23 shipped their Twitch
Leave
Prime.
the LED
right here.
hooked up.
Insert does it run yet joke here.
the cute Sharky 23 says yay thank you. Barma Waram says what a weird bug.
Okay. I had it for a second.
Jessica 1 says please to report that I swapped the front brakes on my Sienna in less than 90 minutes.
Less than 90
Says
minutes.
interesting.
All right, there you go.
Showing 20 AFR and TS, so it should be showing 5 beats. It's underscore ZK says a tandem that's the thought yeah. The cute Sharky 23 says an arm alarm no that's the 200 not the bug. It's underscore ZK says 1.7D. It's underscore
Got it.
ZK says what pin is this?
This is blue. This is blue and thick black. I'll try. I won't have an LED for it, but why is this scope so silly?
It's underscore DK says non. This signal is our lead.
We'll get the lead out. Jeez. We'll turn into boomers.
The cute Sharky 23 says I've got one of these but light from the 1940s.
Low battery, that's not what I want to see. We'll deal with that in a second. I need more sharp bits. Until a couple days ago, I had no idea how to use an oscilloscope. Alright, do we got 2 voltages? I think so.
Capybara underscore cosmonaut says in my lab we only use O-series scopes.
Oh, you know, maybe that's what we should get. Maybe we'll have better results.
It's underscore ZK says yeah it's maxed at 5B.
Alright, are we going to try to run it with this mess on here?
The cute Sharky 23 says mine has one massive cap that's leaking so I am kinda scared to use it anymore.
Sounds like
It's
I'd be scared.
underscore ZK says what ground do you have it in for channel 2?
The tiny one.
23 says Lazad.
Small.
SWE1 man says all the air no fuel. It's underscore ZK says okay that's good. It's underscore ZK says does TS show maxed? It's underscore ZK says 20 AFR makes sense without it running.
Mm-hmm.
It's underscore ZK says I guess start it. Anthem says seems good.
Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. There you go.
Point to me. Home for summer says
Smooth.
23 says oh snap you got the pages.
As long as she wanted to go. I'm gonna try it again. There we go. That sounds a little better. Currently showing 14.6, but it's paused. $19.7 paused. Come on, hang in there. Come on. It's barely holding in there. Hey.
Sky says I see things have happened. SWE1 man says could be a bad sensor, less than. Acute Sharky 23 says that it's underscore DKIC. Underscore Sky says I have all my teeth fully rendered again.
Wow, that was quick. I gave it fuel. And it's a little happier. I gave it more fuel. We'll see what happens. The future is now!
Acute Sharky 23 says well time to take it to the dyno. It's underscore DK says more fuel. Underscore Sky says everything is known. Pirelli Condom says give her all of it. Underscore DK says what does this code say? It's underscore DK says just select the whole app. Sharky 23 says now we're hacking the planet. It's underscore DK says and set it to like 80.
80 is going to be too much. Those numbers don't look like... Those numbers don't look like it's Den Rich, that's for sure.
Stream Element says Ass Corner was Bagasso 1 foot S nickname during our trip to Paris. It's underscore DK says that they don't look right. Pirelli Condom says I think that's the point no. Anthem says it's fuel pressure good. Maybe try spray external fuel. Underscore says the engine is starting to sound healthy.
Add fuel, lower fuel smith, try to give it 700.
Bagasso 1 says is it pegged in TS? Pirelli Condom says damn.
Ooh, too much, too much, too much, too much, too much, too much.
New Zealand says that it's underscore ZK speak for yourself. It's underscore ZK says still lean AF, but not peg.
More fuel?
Acute Sharky 23 says LMAO. Stream Element says it's G underscore Sky. Number 241. That's Rob Copper is dropping. Code Dodger 240 automation the 6th of April 2019. It's underscore
17.8,
says what is
17.
TX
It's moving now.
Condom says more. McFiscal underscore says this we call this a success. Dream Element says want to support without mostly funding billionaires in space. Consider Patreon.
Why are these numbers so high though?
www.patreon.com/homedodger240. Sean1 says Fiddle is the time to see if there's a happier place. Pirelli Condom says is the AFR gauge working. Zealand says that McFiscal underscore is progress, so for sure. Pirelli Condom says that's corrupt. Pirelli Condom says she hungry. Stream Element says the equivocally moment. Clicking the burns we want improving head knob for me. It's underscore DK says the number.
Still looking for that to come down. I think I hear it pinging, in fact.
One says an
Nah, it's just shaking. We're getting there. I can't tell if it's pinging or if it's...
Denser to one says pinging being not.
just something bouncing around. I think it's just a lifter. Lifter unhappy. It hasn't run in forever. The Errant spark seems to have gone away. Yeah, something is not happy.
Santa says the injector settings might be wrong then. Day is really high. It's underscore DK says yeah the 100 is weird. I think that means our dead times might be weird. It's underscore DK says that we measured it so much.
Yeah.
One says how warmed up is the engine.
We are at...
SWE1 man says sounds better now. I pressed a little, what did we do?
We're at 180. It's pretty much operating. We gave it entirely too much fuel and it's happy. Which leads us to believe something's wrong with our injector settings.
SWE1 man says EHM1. Crunchy says AFR. Coming down. SWE1 man says yeah something's wrong again.
The ticking goes away after it comes off idle. Does it have oil? In theory. Alright, I'm gonna starve it of fuel. It just went away. September 4th? Ooh. They say private healthcare is better, yeah. It made whoosh whoosh noise. I would say it's still not super happy. Oh, we're still locked timing too. We did hear a turbo noise. It's crazy that it seemed like it popped back lean. See if that's any happier. I need video of that. Definitely not entirely happy with acceleration enrichment.
It's underscore DK says, yeah, it keeps
going. It looks like, if you look,
underscore says, look at it positively. The engine runs with the new AQ.
We did-
Now all it takes is some additional tuning.
we did go up into this range. And it should be going up from there, right? And this should be 115. Basically, this entire table is borked.
Acute Sharky 23 says Dino 2.
Here.
It's underscore DK says, yeah, the table is broken for whatever reason. Like the injectors are acting smaller than they are.
I'm gonna say our idle has gotten too rich now. But it's pretty strange that it leans out as soon as I give it throttle. That could be timing, I guess. Keep an eye on that temp. It's getting up to 200.
It's underscore DK says it may correct. NAFR 21.
I might need to check. Radiator is pretty cool. I mean, the outlet is hot. We'll just keep an eye on it, see if it stays there. That might just be where it's calibrated. It's definitely nowhere in range, right? It's at 13.8 when it should be at 14.7. Coming back down, 200. At least the numbers are trending downwards. It still seems way too high. Yeah. Yeah. I think we need to get that figured out first. All right, I'm gonna let it rest for now. I did get some. Well, I'll probably get some more after stream, but I think that's a wrap on our first start stream, and it actually happened. I'm shocked. Truly, truly shocked that it actually did in fact start on the first start stream. Did not see that one coming. Bye. It sounds okay. Idle still sounds not so great. Yeah, runs and drives. Great success. All right, you just want to be blurry, whatever. Who dis? Success. It's a success. Hats off. Hats off to ZK for all of this shenanigan. Absolute hats off. Pretty solid first day of getting it running. We definitely have a mystery that is mysterious of why the numbers are so far off. Thank you, Quay. Let me just do that for you. Armo replaying it too.
T_Sky_Cheer.
Woo!
100.
All right, we can turn off the scope, right? We're happy with the scope situation. We can unpin. You should buy a silly scope. They're pretty fun.
It's_ZK says at New Zealand those handheld OWANs are great for automotive.
It's the only one I've ever touched, but I would say I recommend it. It smells like gasoline in here. I'm gonna go stink everyone out of the house.
The cute Sharky 23 says yummy.
Gasoline, gasoline. Tribute to the best song of all time. All right. This one's the HD S242. Oh, I love the smell. I would say mildly unburnt gas like this, maybe not so great. I was following a like 90s Camaro the other day that was running race fuel on the street. Now that's a good smell. That's a smell you can get addicted to.
Home for summer says two-stroke is also excellent.
True.
Unlike the Bacardi says same man.
Who doesn't love a good two-stroke?
Get one with a function generator maybe. 40 millihertz is plenty. 2-channel.
Okay. Again, thank you everybody. Much appreciated.
23 says hee hee.
I hope it was a worthwhile adventure. I probably won't be doing so much streaming of this from this point on. It'll be a little bit more just like working in video. But it's been a hell of a ride.